revealed that he has like 6 codes that all are relative to loss at boost. So what we're going to do is, because he said since the incident that happened yesterday in which he lost all boost, it hasn't been making boost quite like, and well, another thing is he turned it off and turned it back on and everything seemed fine, but he says it doesn't have the same performance that it used to. So we're going to take it off and like inspect there, take the intake off and inspect the turbo, make sure there's no like shaft play or anything like that. Because apparently there's also some problems with these turbos being faulty, and we're worried that maybe he has a faulty turbo, which would suck.
High possibility because it's the first gen dart. So.
2013.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dodge.
Let's just thanks a lot Fiat for your.
Yeah, not Dodge. Yeah, this is a Fiat engine. The T4
this is an Italian mistake, not an American one. How many miles are on it?
43.
43? You know, I almost got like 300,000 more than that on this one.
Yeah, put a turbo on and see what happens.
Yeah, put a turbo on and see what happens. Nathan's getting his finger in there. Any feeling shaft play?
Nope.
Well, that's good
Solid
news.
as a rock.
Well, that's really good news.
She's a baby. She's tiny.
Tiny.
Let's get the camera in there or not. See that little turbo?
Nathan, what are we doing now?
We are adjusting the wastegate because I looked online on forums and that seemed to help out problem.
Why don't you just leave that open if you're going to be in and out of it so much?
Huh?
Why don't you just leave that open if you're going to be in and out of it so much?
I don't know.
That makes too much sense.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Don't make it hard.
I'm a mechanic, it don't make sense.
Is it hot?
This is just if that click was flying off or I don't lose it. It's good tip, guys.
Don't lose your shit. You're going to lose it. I'm calling it now. Have you done this before?
Yep.
He has.
Yeah, I have done it. This should be set to 5 right now, but people online were saying set to 6. So we're going to try. Luckily, as you guys saw, my turbo is still in good shape. So that's good. We're losing boost somewhere. We check for leaks here, all over here on the intake.
No boost leaks that we can see.
Find them anywhere.
Alright, well.
Must have maybe one in the back. I guess we need to check the boost gauge. Nah, I can't. Oh, there it is.
Hey, you didn't drop it either. Not yet, anyway.
Don't jinx me.
He did it.
Now, we installed it might be a different story. But. Put you up there. Alright. There it is. Geert. Oh, that's a Geert. There it is. That's the wastegate.
You know, it's funny, just as a side note, I was reading forums on this last night, and there was some dude who was like, Garrett turbos aren't good.
What?
And I was like, no, Dodge implementation of a Garrett turbo is not good.
Oh, yeah.
Garrett's
I want to upgrade a turbo though, and then it said my turbo was messed up, that would have been a good excuse, so you know what?
Just get a bigger one.
Get a bigger one, might as well. Alright, so you guys zeroed out first, so make sure we're at 5. And to do that, just take it, turn it, and every half turn is 0.5 millimeter. So every full turn is 1 millimeter. So if I had that 5, it should take 5 full turns to go back to normal. So that's 1 full turn, 2 full turns.
And will it stop at 0?
Nah, it won't stop. 4, but you'll see. Right. And that's 5, so this should go on. Yeah, go on. Nothing. That's 0. It goes right on. I don't have to mess with it. All the slack. That's at 0. So now I'll take it back off. We're gonna spin it 6 turns that way, and hopefully this does something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this shouldn't go right back on now. See, so what you gotta do, pair of pliers, Just kind of. Just like that. There you go.
Beautiful.
Set to 6 mil. I'm going to take your nut back up. Back up. So. Which is a 10. Back this back up. Don't want this flying out. Alright. Little towel. Now this can be tricky, put it back in. First time I went in, I lost the OE one, so. But if you do, don't worry. Harbor Freight sells like 800 of them for $8. So that's what I got. So Harbor Freight, good for some.
Harbor Freight's good for everything. We need to
They're good for one-time use tools.
We need a Harbor Freight welder. That's what we need.
Yeah. What my customer was also planning on doing. Oh, yeah, right. First, I'm planning on fixing this before we work on any custom exhaust.
I don't know, man. I feel like if you just add more boost, that would just solve it.
This amount of more boost right now.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm hurrying it more. We'll find out.
Did you get it?
Yep.
We're proud of him. He did it.
I did it.
So now we're going to put this damn heat shield back on and take it for a rip.
Yep.
All right. Back up, and we're out on the road, out here in Mexico.
Yeah.
Definitely here, definitely, yeah. We're gonna test to A, see how much boost it makes, and B, if it just feels okay. We also cleared the codes, and there haven't been any showing up other than the ones, these two, which are his broken grill shutter thing that he just took out. Yeah, he just took out, so that's normal for this car. So yeah, we're just gonna watch this with Torque Pro, and then we'll report back. I'm gonna stop blaming Nathan. No, I'm not. He fucking ruined my windshield.
Not ruin the windshield.
I had this. Look, I will show you real quick. Like the awesome paint scratches. But look, I had this crack, and it was just a little pebble mark, and I patched it, and now it little branched off pieces. Now, okay, we patched it like 3 years ago, before I even owned the car. It was patched, and then he picked at it, and then it cracked like 2 days later, and I completely blame him for it. All right, but tell us. Are we claiming success so far with this?
I don't want to say anything too soon because we just drove around the block. But I've smashed on it a couple of times and no check engine lights.
And it feels better. It feels more like normal.
It feels a lot better, like a lot. Better.
Sounded good too.
And you heard a backfire.
Yeah.
A good backfire, not the back.
Yeah, a good one. So, this is where I go back to school. He goes back
to the right side of the bridge.
Yeah. Zach's leaving because he's lame. But
yeah.
this is the intro of the Dart update, and I'm shining this
We already
light.
took it apart.
Yeah, no, we're already taking it apart. But okay, so here's the skinny, right? Why don't you tell them about the plethora of problems you've had?
Yeah, really.
He don't want to talk. Get out, Zach. Get out.
Yeah, I thought you were leaving.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, get out of here.
Your truck and leave.
Yeah, truck racer. All right.
But anybody who thinking about getting a Dart, don't.
Not the 1.4.
Unless
anyway.
you're getting the 2.4.
Or 2013, maybe the ones that are better.
Yeah, maybe they're out there. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe the first gen.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see with my downpipe taking off, that we're doing some intensive research.
Yeah. So essentially, there's basically two problems, or two potential
problems
that could be causing the car to make any boost at all.
I'm not sure if they can see in there.
Yeah.
But there's the wastegate. It's just controlled by this, which we adjusted. Because we thought what we read that would fix the problem, and it did for a little while, but it didn't help
in the long run.
Yeah.
But so essentially, it could be two things. It could be the internal wastegate is broken, or it could just be a boost solenoid sensor kind of deal, which is over here.
Right here. That's the solenoid.
Is that little guy down there?
And all this wire, and all this harness.
So, and it's throwing so many codes, it's kind of ridiculous. I actually have a list in the description of all of the codes that it's throwing.
But look at the codes now. I kind of feel stupid for not thinking about this at first, because the map sensor wasn't. It was reading. It was just reading that it wasn't. That something was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I thought the map sensor was broken. It was just reading that something was wrong, which should be my first indicator. Which makes sense that if this isn't working, then it's not going to be in good, absolute pressure in there.
Now this is. So Zach is probably gonna hit a tree.
Yeah. Right.
He's gonna come all the way up here.
Truck racers can't drive.
If we hear a crunch, he's gonna back all the way out on the road. Okay. So we're gonna test the wastegate. He called Dodge, right? And what did Dodge say?
Pretty much that. Well, Dodge, when it first came out, you can look at forums. Nobody knew what was wrong, including the dealership. They were guessing bad turbo from the start, and then they would replace the turbo, and then people would complain like 10,000 miles later, exact same problems happening. And they were getting hotly upset because, they got a whole new brand new turbo in there, thinking that'll fix the problem, and it didn't. Only to come out that it was just a simple sensor causing a whole bunch of problems for it.
Or the wastegate.
Yeah.
So.
Also, that it could be the actuator, but
I'm thinking it's those other two. Yeah. So we're gonna test. We're gonna get this downpipe off.
Test it.
We're gonna assume if you're ambitious enough to work on your own turbo, we're gonna assume that you know how to take a downpipe off. So we're not gonna show you the rest of that process. It's pretty
Dodge
simple.
made it pretty easy.
So we're gonna finish that and then we'll report back.
I'll show you how to reassemble it.
Exciting news. We think that the wastegate
turbo's gonna
down in
survive.
there, we think is fine. Because he has some little feelers here.
Yeah, how do you determine that? Is that you get some feeler gauges, and it should have a little opening of just 0.009 thousandths of an inch, which is not much.
As you can see on our little feeler there, showing that. Turn it over. Yeah, turn it over so you can read the number. Yeah. So at 6, what he said from Dodge, he said at 6 and 7 o'clock or thereabouts on the wastegate, 0.009 should fit in, but 0.001 should not, or 0.01 or whatever it is. The next size up should not.
Sorry about the downpipe still being there.
We got lazy and didn't take the downpipe off.
But as you can see, okay, so that went in. It's supposed to do that. Perfect. Doesn't feel too tight. Then put the next size up, because this should not be able to go in there. So you see, next size up, 0.010.
The camera's not focusing, but trust us, it's 0.010.
Yeah, it's probably just a light.
Yeah.
And you can see it's not going in, which is like, so this is like perfect.
Yeah.
Like they said, like 0.010 might be acceptable, but it's not even going in.
Which leads us to believe that his wastegate.
So the internal wastegate is fine. I'm pushing pretty hard. It's not going in. Now make sure you do 6 and 7, because if you do over here, it goes in.
Yeah.
Which it's supposed to do. That's normal. But 6 and 7 o'clock over here.
So as a result, we've narrowed it down to 2 things instead of 3. Though being it not the turbo, we've eliminated anything over
Thank
$300. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what one of these guys calls, but it shouldn't be too much.
Yeah. So we're just down to the boost solenoid, and what is that? Because I'm a turbo idiot.
The wastegate actuator.
Wastegate actuator. So that would be. Let me turn autofocus back on. Bam. Yeah. So good news on the dart. Good news on the dart. So
she might live yet.
She might keep it. So we will update again upon replacing the boost solenoid, which he's going to buy at some point.
Yep, if I can find one. I gotta call Dodge back.
Gotta call Dodge again, see if they have the part. So that's all for now. Good news, it's not the wastegate.
Yep, which means hopefully this fix it, and if it does, we'll do a video that you guys know. If it doesn't,
then there'll be a video of us blowing it up. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We'll pour some cement down the intake, you know?
yeah, turn it back in. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, no, take the oil out, blow it up,
Put the oil back in.
put the oil back in, yeah. Probably shouldn't tell them our
Yeah,
diabolical
you
plans.
didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Boost gauge is still garbage.
Yeah, but the new setup ain't leaking no more like the old one was. This is a solid setup. So, old one was leaking mad.
Yeah, and we pretty much eliminated the fact that it may be the Uni-Chip.
Yeah.
It's not the Uni-Chip. So, good job, Uni-Chip. You didn't blow the car up. So.
You may not be doing anything else, but you didn't blow the car up.
Yep. All right, so we'll report back probably in like the next week or so.
Yeah.
Well, today's the day.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. He got himself a new boost solenoid. Do you have to like...
I'm going to cut the
do
wires
like
down.
solder that or... Anyway, new boost solenoid. Where'd you get this boost solenoid? It's not OEM. What is it?
It's eBay special.
The eBay special, but apparently it's good, huh?
That's what the guy on the forum said.
Naturally. But it was only like what, like 20 bucks?
Yeah.
As opposed to like 120 for the OEM one?
140, yeah.
140. Well, we're going to wait for this, that old girl to cool off a little bit because he's driven her like 3 hours.
And it's pretty damn hot today.
So it's really hot, so we're going to let it cool off. And then
Got
we'll
that
install
marinated.
this bad boy. Oh yeah.
It's still pretty hot, but I can't wait any longer, so.
He's just too excited.
I'll burn myself, well, as you see it or not, but that's gonna work.
Yeah, well, you can always, wear gloves.
Well, I mean, then I get oil on my good gloves.
Oh, is the oil going to come out of there?
Oh, I think it may not work. Nah. This, well, maybe here, because it goes back to the intake, but.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you know.
Nah, it won't gush.
Nah, I think I'll bleed. Okay. Pretty much what you gotta do first is take off these lines. And for those who don't know, the solenoid, sorry, is down here. That sucker.
I can't actually see my screen, so hopefully that focused.
Yeah, maybe. But it's on the side of the engine, that's all you need to know. It's down here. It's the only sensor down here. So. And if you want, you can probably make yourself life easier by taking this off. I don't want to do that. So, unless I have to. I tried to break these clamps because, well, I'm not going to use them like me because I'm cheap.
Although honestly, we break a lot of these and then we just put the screw ones on.
Probably better.
Walmart special.
Hey, you know, whatever works.
I hate these ones.
Jesus. There we go. Okay.
That was weird.
That works too, I guess.
That's probably how you should have done that in the first place.
Well, they've been there. Where those vacuum caps go.
So that vacuum line just doesn't. What is it? What happens with that?
You gotta see to cap it off because it's not really important. All it really does is puts hot air back into your intake. It's something like a stupid design.
Supposedly, says the guy on the forum.
Well, I see a lot of guys back them up. But, so you just want to cap that off. And,
Bob's your uncle.
oh, like a glove. Oh yeah. That's probably my finger's tight. I probably could have took it off my finger.
That's kind of scary.
Oh, this is, yeah. You don't want to be too tight, break it. Mm-hmm. There's one. And there it is.
Off she comes.
You just gotta unplug it and it should be free. Pull this yellow tab up. And once you get that,
These horrible Dodge
yeah,
clips.
just push it down and pull. Supposedly.
She's almost there.
She wants to. Maybe.
I wish I would stop making everything out of plastic because that thing's already like falling apart. Imagine what that's gonna look like at like 150,000.
Well, they don't think we're kind of keeping this car that long, so.
And then you have cars like mine where all the plastics, we don't even touch them because they're just like, it's probably just gonna break.
Well, we know that from experience.
Yeah, it's true. Just replace them. There we go.
Alright, just gotta stop digging around a bit. And here's the part that failed.
Failed, probably.
I'm pretty sure. But, yeah.
So I'll get those lines off. Slop the new one on there.
So you look fine, so yeah, I wouldn't have an issue with these ones. And this does look a little chipped. Yeah.
I dropped it.
Hey!
Immediately I dropped it.
You broke it!
It's fine. It's all good, fam. But he just took the line off the actuator there.
I mean, pretty much the rest of the way, you're just taking lines off and then matching. New one. Right here. And you're going to do some wire.
Well, you have to put these suckers on there.
Well, yeah. And get some.
Wait, those aren't too small, are they? Is that too small?
For what?
Those lines?
That's not going in there.
I know, but it's just comparing the line size. That's not good. We got basically the whole intake off. We've removed the old boost solenoid. Now our predicament is, and which we're trying to figure out on the Dodge Dart forums, is this is the old connector for the OEM boost solenoid, and the new boost solenoid just has two black wires coming out of it, and there's no marking for whether or not which one is positive and ground. So that's our current predicament, is figuring out. And then also on the Darts wires, it's just two yellow wires. So we're trying to figure out which one's positive and which one's ground.
Yeah. Because there has to be some sort of order.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably figure it out if with a
testing.
We could probably test that with a multimeter.
But we still don't know which ones.
Those ones we still wouldn't know, so maybe it doesn't matter or something.
I guess we just, if it's wrong.
But everyone on that forum that we found this solenoid on, everyone's like, oh, it's easy, you just plug it in.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make any sense. We don't want to break it. So we're waiting to see if someone replies, because people have been replying today.
Yeah, it's a pretty
as of June. What is today? What is today? It's like June something. So. All right. So what we've done is we've shortened these wires and we've exposed them, and then we actually cut the fitting off. We're not really sure if that was the best way to go about that. However, we left enough so that if we need to solder it back on, we can. So now, the way that we're doing this is on this thing they were labeled 1 and 2. I seriously doubt you'll be able to see it on here, but they were labeled 1 and 2. With this one being 1, or no, there it is. With this one being 1 and this one being 2. So we're just gonna wire them up, kind of like somewhat like that in there, and just kind of guess to the best of our ability and then see if that works. Because there's no markings on either of them other than that 1 and 2, and no one seems to, in all the online forums we're reading, says anything about it. So we're assuming it's fairly easy, and that everything will be fine and nothing will blow up.
Well, if it's very easy, you'll probably find a way to mess it up.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, so where we are at now is we are installing the one line onto the, what part are we working on right now?
It's the
boost something, turbo something.
I know, I'm having a brain fart. Sorry guys.
He can't remember, but yeah, the connector.
It's going to the turbo, just not that.
The one under the turbo. And then once he removes his hands, we can see he's tightened that up now. But we did like a little temporary wiring job just to see if it works. Temporary, but also kind of permanent, just some wire crimps. And we're just hooking up all the wires to the solenoid, and then theoretically, it should just work perfectly. So,
apparently.
All right, so it's the moment of truth. You put an eBay part on your car. How do you feel? Because she's back together.
Like a real tuner now.
Like a real tuner. So.
Really, I think it looks better.
Yeah, it looks like aftermarket. You know,
got some blue down there. Got some cutter going on.
So the only concern is do we need to clamp this thing on there? It's on there really tight, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't shoot off.
Right out. Just the intake.
Yeah, well, whatever. We don't need an intake.
High whistle noise.
Yeah, it'll sound like you know, you have a bigger turbo. Yeah, supercharger. There you go. So we just got to put the negative battery terminal back on, and we're gonna start her up. Hopefully it works. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
25,000.
25,000 out of 10. All right. This is it. If it blows up, it blows up.
I won't worry about if it's gonna work.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand back. That was needle's fine.
I'm gonna check engine light go.
Check engine light is off. Well, no, because your battery's disconnected.
You said it. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
False alarm.
That was probably the most easy cold start I've heard this thing have in
a while.
Forever.
That's normal. It always did that.
Yeah, it's warming up, so we'll see how it sits.
I like that. I haven't seen 10 vacuum.
Well, this gauge is wrong, but it would bounce up and down like crazy. So here comes idle. Here comes idle.
It's gonna idle to like around just above 1,000. It should, and then when I get moving, that's when it drops.
Or when it warms up.
But
it sounds pretty healthy, dude.
It sounds really healthy. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect or.
No, it sounds better. I'm telling you, it sounds better. Well, let's close the hood up and we'll let her warm up, and then we'll go take her for a risk.
Let's go check for leaks, I guess.
Yeah, check for leaks as well. It's still above 1,000.
I don't really hear or feel anything.
Listen to that. I'm telling you that sounds healthier. It has not sounded like that for a long time.
Pretty happy.
I think you may have solved your problem there, bud.
I think for a test drive,
it's at lower, just less than 1,000.
And I got driving for a while, so.
She's at less than 1,000. All right, we'll report back. I'm going to get in there and set up Torque Pro. We're going to close her up, take her for a drive.
Yep.
On the maiden voyage, it's making appropriate vacuum, so we don't think we have any leaks, which is good.
I don't hear any leaks.
But we just got to get out of town before we can do any legitimate acceleration test. So we'll be back. You can probably do like a little bit of a peel right here. Not a peel, that's the wrong word. Like a little bit of acceleration.
All these cops around, get my ass pulled over.
Well, no, just like 30. It definitely sounds different.
Like it sounds like it used to. I mean, like.
I don't remember how it sounded, being honest with you. it feel slow?
Yeah, like it's not getting the boost.
You think maybe the lines are pinching? Wait, no.
Look.
Oh, is it doing it again? Dumb thing.
It's pinching or missing.
Is that on the floor?
Now it is.
I only saw 6 pounds.
Might be leaking somewhere, I don't know.
Well, we have some dreadful news. What happened when you took it to a dealership?
Well, we took it to the dealership. The guy let me come back there and help him work on it. Took the exhaust off, and me and Billy forgot to do something. We didn't start it. So what the guy said we should have done. So the minute we start it, the wastegate just goes, just flopping around.
P0299. For all you dart aficionados, that's the death code.
It's either two things. It's either the boost solenoid was what we were praying it was, and it wasn't.
We put a new boost solenoid in
Or
there. But you saw this. I mean, they've all seen this because it leads up to this.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
so,
you're gonna see that earlier in this video. But,
yeah.
Or it's the dreadful internal wastegate, which you can't do anything about besides getting a new turbo.
Because it's hard plastic, not metal, so you can't just weld it and put an external wastegate on it. You can't do that.
So this turbo's dead. That's the sad news. The good news, this gives me a good excuse to upgrade the shit out of the car. We got some plans.
Got some master plans.
Some big time plans.
For this hoopty.
Yeah, it's a hoopty right now. But when I'm done with her, I'm hoping she's gonna have around 280 or low 300 horsepower.
Yeah, son. And your girlfriend's calling you again.
And we're gonna dyno it to
really?
get some proof. Yeah.
Where are you gonna dyno it?
My school.
Oh, at school? Okay, cool.
My school has it.
Nice.
So we're actually gonna dyno it to see. What
dyno in the dark.
Yep.
That's the first time hearing of this, but yeah. So, what, do you want to go over your shopping list, or do you want to like tease that a little bit?
I don't know.
Because turbo swap is the word.
Yeah, it's definitely a new turbo. So you, NMD car people out there, when you get a new turbo, you got other parts have to go on for fuel injectors. Obviously, it tuned because I'm not gonna know what the hell to do with all this air and fuel. Exhaust, bigger exhaust to handle all that.
New intercooler.
Intercooler. Probably even bigger intercooler pipes. These are kind of small.
eBay kit.
Yeah, eBay kit. eBay kit everything.
Yeah, just eBay turbo. No, we're not going to eBay turbo this.
Oh, no.
But we will probably eBay intercooler for sure. Oh, new clutch. You need a new clutch.
New clutch because 300 horsepower, maybe 300 horsepower. I hope 300 horsepower.
He got a little giddy when he said 300 horsepower.
From a 1.4 though.
On a 1.4. But I mean, all these Fiat people are swearing by it that it can handle how much power? Stock?
400.
400 stock internals.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gradually build it up. I'm not gonna try to blow it up. So.
Yeah. We're not going straight for 400. We're just gonna try to make it a hell of a lot more.
I don't think you can get the 400.
So, you took the Uni-Chip out. What's your reasoning behind that?
Obviously the turbo's broken, so I'm not trying to put too much stress on the engine. And the Uni-Chip was still working because the beam was broken. I was still having some power, and ever since I took it out, having like no power at all. I'm probably making like 80 horsepower right now.
So you're just like living the Miata life.
Yeah, the Miata, probably worse than that. But so I took it off because I'm not trying to hurt anything else. So that means yes, I'm gonna sell it.
Selling the Uni-Chip that we just installed.
So still, it works fine. So anybody after watching this video wants it, can hit me up.
It'll be on eBay probably.
Probably on eBay pretty soon. But
We'll have a link in the description if it's still for sale.
yeah, we'll let you guys know. Get that out of the way. But yeah.
Oh, and we should preface, because we're selling a Uni-Chip, and our Uni-Chip video was like, we didn't notice that huge of a difference. That was probably because his turbo was failing.
Probably.
And his tires were bald. So there was
they're not that bald.
They're
like,
dude, we had more.
Like 5/32, some shit like that. But,
I mean, we had so much wheel spin, it was ridiculous. But then even at the top end, it was just kind of fading, and we think the turbo.
So that was probably when the
giving
wastegate was starting to fail. We
didn't quite know what was going on. Yeah.
And then it just completely failed.
So, yeah, after replacing all the little things and all the little things you've seen us do in this video, we've narrowed it down, his engine down to just 3 error codes, which is the 2 that are about his radiator shutter door things that he broke when he hit a deer, and just the P0299 code, which is the bad turbo. So everything else, there's no error codes for the boost solenoid, because we had that once because we didn't wire it properly, and then we rewired it, and now that code has gone away and never come back. So stay tuned for all that. I know this has been an incredibly long video, and I apologize for that, but we wanted to give you as much detail as possible on what's going on with this stupid thing. And to clarify one more time, this is 2013 Dodge Dart 1.4 Aero with a bunch of InGen crap on it. So stay tuned. More Monster sponsor.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
Monster. If
you're going to sponsor, yeah, if you sponsor us, that'd be legit.
That would help a lot.
Yeah, man.